So good morning guys, and welcome back to my first bike ride in just over 2 weeks and my first form of exercise in 13 days. What on earth is going on? How am I feeling? So as you'll know, I tested positive last week on Tuesday and woke up with a sore throat. I had those symptoms for 3 days perhaps. I was feeling quite tired, had a little cough and a little sore throat. After 3 days it went away, but I still had to obviously finish my isolation period and I was still testing positive, just asymptomatic. My isolation period ran out yesterday and I tested negative yesterday, so that means I'm allowed to come out today and go on a bike ride. Today has just been seeing where I'm at, just trying to keep the heart rate under control and just enjoying being outside. And I think I've averaged about 150 watts. Clearly I'm a little bit unfit. Well, I'm probably very unfit compared to what I usually should be at, and hopefully it will take no time at all to build back up. But I am being extra cautious because I am informed that one of the major risk factors for long COVID is athletes who go back to training too hard too soon after they've contracted coronavirus. I had a lot of people message me on Instagram after I've been posting about going back to training and the fact that I had COVID. Just a lot of people warning me, some people their own experiences. One guy at the uni triathlon club actually messaged me saying that one of his friends who was due to go to the Olympic rowing squad was knocked out because of long COVID. So we really got to be careful here. A little bit close. I think the logic behind it is, and it is intuitive, that because coronavirus is a disease that attacks your lungs primarily, athletes who are fairly used to pushing their lungs and cardiovascular system quite hard will then push their immune system and their lung system too hard whilst their body is still just fighting off the remnants of the disease which is attacking their lungs, and then that causes permanent damage or more long-term damage. I could be completely wrong, but that does make sense to me. So I've just got back and checked these out for some impressive stats. So 1 hour and 35 seconds, 28 kilometers an hour average, 142 average watts. Average heart rate was 129. So to give you a bit of context, around 129, 130 BPM, maybe 133, somewhere around that, is usually my zone 2 heart rate when I'm doing 200 to 215 watts. Clearly there's a dramatic loss of fitness there, but not to worry, I've got a plan and I'll run you through that shortly. But for now, it's time to have my first shower in 2 weeks because I've been taking a bath upstairs in order to not mix with the rest of my family. So it'd be really nice to have a shower and make myself some porridge. But before we do all that, I'm going to do some post-ride stretching because I realised that as my body works back into doing sports again, it's going to be seized up from the last 2 weeks of doing nothing. And as a bit of injury prevention and just general rehab, I'm just going to be doing like 5-10 minutes of stretching and core work just now. Cool, I actually feel so much better, even though that was about 7 minutes of stretching and core. I think just incorporating that every time I come back from doing exercise is probably a good thing, just to loosen up a bit rather than carrying too much of that fatigue and tightness and stress into the rest of the day. Everyone that I know that does stretching, core mobility raves about it so much, so clearly there's some good benefits behind it that I think a lot of us, or definitely me, have neglected and missed out on in my training over the last couple of years. So then, how do you even approach coming back to fitness after the longest time ever from not exercising since you started exercising properly and training? It's a pretty challenging process, but I am sitting down this afternoon to sort of plan out from now until when university starts. And I want to make sure that I really get into good disciplined habits and routines, and I know I've proven to myself that I can do that time and time again, and I really just need a clean spell because I'm going to be the president of the cycling and triathlon club. I've got 2 part-time jobs, I've got side projects I'm trying to balance, and of course my own training and university, which is the priority above all of that. So we'll have to have a look. So in exam season, I was using a calendar to sort of manage all my time because obviously things get a little bit busy and there's no way I could remember all of my commitments and responsibilities that I have to other people. I used to use Training Peaks, as you guys know, I've probably shown it in the vlog a few times. However, I wasn't willing to pay for the Training Peaks subscription for another year. Last year, I got a good discount through British Cycling. So in order to plan my training, I have just renewed my Training Peaks membership, as it was fundamental in helping me track my training and plan my training over the course of last winter, which I believe was my best ever winter of training, getting in massive miles. And then obviously to the second half of that, I was documenting it on my YouTube channel when I started in January. And I truly believe Training Peaks is such a powerful tool because it not only allows you to plan your training weeks and weeks in advance, but also it holds you accountable. And if you don't do the session, it goes red, and you don't want that to happen. You want the sessions to go green. So that's why I've reinstalled it. And with British Cycling, you get a pretty hefty discount code. So if you want to find out the code, then just DM me on Instagram and I can send it over for you. I'm going to wrap the video up there because I've just ran out of time. I'm taking weekends off of doing all this side project work, and I'll start a new job on Tuesday, so I'm just allowing myself to relax a little bit, and so I'm not going to plan my training quite yet, but I'm going to leave that for tomorrow, so I'll put it in tomorrow's video. Probably not going to keep up with this daily grind, but I will make a video tomorrow on my training and continuing forward if I can. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to document my training as I get back into the swing of things and journey, and sort of document my recovery process, I suppose. I think that's going to be quite interesting. But without further ado, thank you very much for watching another one of the videos. My name is Zach, and I'll see you next time.